Open the straight, you crazy or you'll be living in hell. Just watch. Praise be to Allah, President Donald J. Trump. An American president used the F word in a Sunday morning message that was seen by millions of people. Mr. Secretary, does this raise concerns for you about the president's mental health?
The president is a bargainer, and he knows how to make good deals.
Mr. Secretary, does this raise questions about the president's mental health to you?
Here's what I would say, that for 2 generations, every American president...
Mr. Secretary, you're being non-responsive. Reclaiming my time, Mr. Secretary, I gather the answer, it does not raise concerns for you. 2 days later, on April 7th, President Trump put out a statement that said, quote, "A whole civilization will die tonight, never to be brought back again. I don't want that to happen, but it probably will," end quote. Mr. Secretary, the Commander-in-Chief of the United States military is calling for the eradication of an entire civilization. And 5 days later, the President started posting on Truth Social at 9 p.m. at night, continuing until 5 a.m. the next morning, and included an unhinged attack on Pope Leo, claiming Pope Leo was weak on crime. And then, later that day, the next day, President Trump posted this image of himself as Jesus Christ. Mr. Secretary, people across the country and around the world were deeply offended by this blasphemous image. Millions of Americans are questioning this president's mental fitness, his emotional stability, and whether he can carry out the duties of his office. Do you share their concerns about his mental health?
I want to call your attention to the last line of that.
Mr. Secretary, my question was, do you share their concerns about his mental health?
I want to call your attention.
Mr. Secretary, you're not being responsive. Apparently not reclaiming my time, Mr. Secretary. Mr. Secretary, reclaiming my time. Mr. Chairman, direct the witness. It's my time, Mr. Secretary. You're not being responsive, and apparently you don't share their concerns. We are a nation at war, Mr. Secretary. We need a commander-in-chief that we know has full command of his mental faculties and is emotionally stable as he sends uniformed American men and women into harm's way. Millions of Americans are now wondering if this president is delusional and thinks he is Jesus Christ.
Well, he's delusional. That is an opinion that is shared by billions of people. I mean, if you pretty much go anywhere in the world these days and ask about Donald Trump, people will laugh. And that's what they do. In Danish parliament, for example, all of the MPs there, they burst out in laughter when they were talking about Donald Trump. They could not stop. They could not help themselves. They were laughing and giggling like the whole parliament. Every member, including the speaker there, they couldn't help. I mean, he was saying order, order. I mean, like he was trying to bring the situation under control, but he couldn't. He was himself laughing, the speaker there. And so, yeah, Donald Trump is a laughing stock. I mean, even where I am, people laugh at him. Like people call him lunatic, crazy, doesn't know what he's talking about.
Mr. Secretary, given everything that I've shown you today, will you insist that President Trump undergo an assessment of his mental fitness and his emotional stability?
Absolutely not.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary. Reclaiming my time absolutely not. I remind you that under the 25th Amendment, you have a duty to remove a president who is physically or mentally unable to discharge his responsibilities under the Constitution. It's your duty. You took an oath to the Constitution, not to President Trump. Mr. Secretary,
absolutely.
Should President...
It is time for us to invoke the 25th. It is time. It is past due. This guy is way more dangerous than anyone thought.
President Trump fail a mental fitness test or an evaluation about his mental stability or emotional stability, would you vote to invoke the 25th Amendment?
There hasn't been a president who's more
Mr. Secretary, my question is, would you vote to invoke the 25th Amendment? Mr. Secretary, reclaiming my time. It's my question, Mr. Secretary. Would you invoke the 24th Amendment if he were to fail an assessment of his mental stability or emotional stability?
As I said, President Trump is the most...
Apparently not, Mr. Secretary. Apparently not. Mr. Secretary, we can all see that this president is mentally unstable, emotionally unstable, and is unfit to lead this country. You, as the nation's top health official, have a particular role here. And you are choosing your loyalty to Donald Trump over your loyalty to the Constitution and keeping the faith with the American people.
Donald Trump is not a Christian, and I have actually talked about this in my other videos. He converted to Judaism. What I think right now is back in the year 2008 or 10. I can't remember the year, but he converted. As we know, Ivanka Trump is a Jew herself. His son-in-law, he loves him, Jared Kushner. Why he love him so much? He loves him more than J.D. Vance in the sense that he trusts Kushner over J.D. Vance. He doesn't even have any place for J.D. Vance in his decision-making these days when it comes to foreign policy, negotiation, things like that. He tweeted about this. He said J.D. Vance is not going to go to Pakistan when they were going to Pakistan. He said very explicitly the name Jared Kushner is going to Pakistan, leading the delegation and all that. Even though we know Jared Kushner is not competent. He doesn't have qualification. He's not a government official even. But he loves J.D. Vance, loves Jared Kushner, shows that he is not a Christian. He's a Jew lover. He loves the Jews more than he loves the Christians. He himself is a Jew. Guys, I have proven this before. This is an established fact that Donald Trump loves the Jew, and he is a Jew himself. This is why you see him all the time mocking other religions, Christianity, Islam. Why? Because he doesn't belong to those religions. He belongs to only Judaism. And if you are still so naive not to believe this, then you are completely mistaken. Subscribe for more videos. See you in the next one.